An electric scooter with swappable batteries in Taiwan. Wow, so she plugs it into this like little wall thing. Oh, there's 2 batteries in there, and then she waits to get a new one. Are these like rental scooters too? There's no way they're allowing these batteries just to be taken, right? Or are there like, is there a tracking device on that? Boom, and then it pops them out like that. What is this? This is pretty cool. But also, I'm assuming to make this actually useful, like a lot of the population has to be riding these electric scooters, which in Taiwan, that's probably the case, but I don't think that's the case here in the US. I guess the scooters themselves are not for rent. You do buy the scooters, but this is like a clean energy thing that the government did. Now, I don't know much about fishing. I am not a fishing connoisseur. I have caught a few fishes in my life, but is this the most insane thing ever? I don't think it's that crazy, seeing as how shallow this creek actually is. He caught this one fish with this gash, put it back, and then a month later, caught it again, you could see because it was healed up. If he puts that fish in the same exact location as where he caught it, which is probably what he did, and he goes back within that same vicinity about a month later, it's not crazy. Very cool, still cool, but then again, you know, maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Maybe this is like a 1 in a million chance. A massive comet or asteroid hit the surface of Jupiter on the 13th of September, and we got to see the whole thing play out. What happens when the surface of Jupiter gets hit? Because it's just a big gas planet. What would that explosion be, or what would that light even be if it's really just going into a gas planet? You'd think that no one would ever see it or hear from it ever again, but how did it cause that big of a ruckus? I don't know if I should be asking these sort of questions. I should just be thanking Jupiter at the end of the day. It is our big bodyguard after all. This is the feral man that the Jungle Book was inspired by. I didn't even know the Jungle Book was based off of true events. I don't know, did they warn us that? He was raised by wolves, and I can definitely see that. I was just learning about feral kids. Like, you'd be surprised at how often, like, kids can't survive in the wild. Like, you'd think this is just like a 1 in a millionth event. It's happened a couple times. Obviously, these kids are kind of messed up forever. Disney needs to make the real-life Jungle Book story about this guy. The incredible way ancient Greeks figured out the Earth was round.
One up here in Alexandria, and one down here in Syene.
They use sticks, eyes, feet, and brain.
Each stick casts no shadow at all. That's perfectly easy to understand, provided the Earth is flat. If the shadow at Syene is at a certain length, and the shadow at Alexandria is the same length, that also makes sense on a flat Earth. But how could it be, Eratosthenes asked,
flat Earth.
At the same instant, there was no shadow at Syene, and a very substantial shadow at Alexandria.
How'd they tell each other, though? They just tell their boy to get on a horse and try to get there as fast as possible? Check if there was a shadow? From 77 to 27. Here we go. I don't know how this is gonna be possible. Okay, well, first, get rid of the gray. Get rid of all that. Oh, lining them up. Wait. How'd he do that? What? There seems to have been a really weird cut there. We missed out on some golden information. Oh my, what? What? Okay, maybe he wasn't. What? He's not 77. There's no way he started off at 77. I don't think. What? No. Some Harry Potter shit right here. Cities in China are using mist cannons to help combat smog and air pollution. The machines work by nebulizing liquid into tiny particles and spraying them into the air, where they combine with pollutants to form water droplets that fall to the ground. How is it that easy? Is it that easy to fix a lot of these problems? It seems like a simple solution that we would have figured out a while ago. It probably only works to an extent, maybe like close to the ground or something. Imagine that's all we had to do the whole time, is just use a water cannon and climate change is defeated. Now, doesn't this technically just put all the pollutants onto the ground, though? And where it's gonna go into the sewer systems and maybe into the ocean? Ooh. These are massive retractable windows on a train in Switzerland. If you're gonna be able to do this anywhere, it might as well be beautiful Switzerland. Gotta look at those Alps. Wow, alright, you cannot tell me they ain't going to Hogwarts or wherever the kids visited during the winter break. Wasn't a specific city? I don't know. Seems kind of dangerous. That window's so huge, just anything could pop in like a Yeti. Close-up of how recorders work. Am I the only one that is amazed right now? I never knew this is how it like kept track. There's like rivets. There's so much that I want to say, but I don't know what to say. I still don't know how this like plays music though, but this seems like a pretty basic function that I should have already known, but I guess I wouldn't know because I've never done anything with a recorder before, or a record player, whatever. Don't even know its name. How does this explain like DJing though? Once again, another mosaic. This one is 2,000 years old and found in Turkey because of course, Turkey's finding all these mosaics. Why is it always Turkey finding some of the oldest stuff? I know it's near near some of the, like, earliest human civilizations. And it's always, like, dug up under, like, feet's worth of ground. Like, who knows what else is just buried somewhere out there. Feet's worth of ground. That's very intelligent of me. This is a part of Denmark where property lines are marked with large hedges. It's almost like each one of these houses is its own country. Which one's going to be the Germany and just start taking over everything? Neighborhood War II. Electric Boogaloo. How high are these ledges, too? It looks like it's at least, like, close to 10 feet. It'd be cool if, like, you take over someone else's house and the ledges just, like, automatically open up, connect with the other hedge, just to make it quick so that everyone knows you own this. This car from Mad Max is for sale. I'm not sure if it's street legal. It definitely doesn't look street legal. However, the guitar is still up there. How much is that gonna sell for, you think? It's gotta be at least 100,000. What would you do with this, really? Give it to somebody in Russia. I don't know why, but the Russians will take care of it. It's like a warm climate vehicle, so I don't know if that would work well in a cold Russia, but still. A silverback gorilla attempts to comfort a child who fell into the enclosure. He's keeping all the other— oh, wow. Wow. I was gonna say something about Harambe. It doesn't look like this gorilla just like grabbed the child and like dragged it 15 feet. I guess that's why they didn't take this one out. Why are so many kids falling into this shit? No one's watching their kids anymore. Let's put Mike Tyson in there. He'll save the kid. How to remove your ex from family photos. This looks like it's a wedding photo though. I mean, I feel like you kind of just gotta get rid of all those pics. But all right, maybe you had like a family member that you have never seen again. Okay, you stole that guy's legs and you extended the wood, help with the bushes, squeeze them down. That works pretty well. Still think you should have just taken the L here though. I mean, it's a wedding photo, you know. Finally, the difference between an alligator on the left and a crocodile on the right. I swear I look this up like every 6 months and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remember that. And then I always forget this information. So an alligator is gonna have more of like an A shape. Wait, I guess this could also be considered an A shape. No, I could see the C because it's more angled. There's a C, crocodile. Alligator is just like a nice fat nose. The other frustrating thing is I always forget where these things are located. I knew that Australia didn't have one. So Australia doesn't have alligators, which I should have known that. Crikey, the crocodile hunter. It'd be strange to call him the alligator hunter. Rip, he was the greatest. Okay, so pretty simple. In the Western Hemisphere, we have mostly alligators. There are some crocs. I don't know how they got out here. Do we bring them out there accidentally? Doesn't sound right though. And throughout most of the Eastern Hemisphere, it's all crocodile. There is a small part called the Chinese alligator, which is honestly kind of amazing. There was a fossil found in New Zealand, so they used to have them over here. I knew that alligators don't really like cold climate, but look how often they are below the equator, either at or below. South America looks like they're just gonna get taken over by alligators. This is the biggest part of the world where they do end up mixing. Who wins a fight? Aren't crocodiles stronger? The NFL team, the Carolina Panthers, have just debuted their mixed reality panther. I don't know how this is working exactly. It's gonna step on some people, but that's all right. Okay, yeah, this is a great financial investment, guys. This is probably why I'm paying $500 for these nosebleed seats. This person's balance level is over 9,000. There's got to be like a special walk you have to do. Look at the way like his legs are kicking back to like push the log to not get in the way. And he's got to like step straight down. Oh yeah, like all these other people are just struggling. This person has clearly done this his whole life. This is his one moment to shine, trying to impress everyone after 50 years, and it was all for that. Totally worth it. About 10,000 ducks are sent out to a rice paddy to eat insects somewhere in Thailand. This is like legitimately Lord of the Rings, but the duck version. And they're doing a fantastic job. This is a genius move. How do you get just 10,000 ducks though? Oh, they herd them too? What happens if the ducks revolt? Has anyone ever thought of that? Thailand might be sent into chaos if these ducks start having a different idea. Get tired of eating insects, they want man flesh. Oh man, these videos are always so terrifying. Pouring salt water into holes and what comes out? What is that? What is that? Is that Tootsie Roll? Are those sea pickles? I am extremely disturbed. I don't even have that like phobia of holes, triphobia. What is that? Is it going back in the hole? Don't do this. Why am I watching this? Okay, I think we know what's coming out. Whatever those aliens are, you can leave it alone now. Oh my god. Are they dead? Is it like a slug? Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. What is that? Oh, I didn't learn about this on SpongeBob. Yeah, that's like a slug thing, right? A face hugger. Don't get too close to it. My stomach legitimately doesn't feel good. Razor clams is supposedly what it is. And you do eat them. Random sea lion on a boat. I feel like this happens so often that if I just take a boat out to the ocean, one's just gonna spawn up randomly. Maybe this is where sea lions come from. They don't actually come from the ocean. They just spontaneously combust into existence right on the vessel. Okay, of course there's a whale somewhere nearby, so the sea lion's like, no, I'm not going in back to the water. Sea lions are like really dangerous, right? Like in terms of being infected if they bite you. You've got a lot of problems with them inside their mouth. Even though they really just are like sea dogs. Come on, lady. You know he's trying to run from the whale. Like, drive.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do.
What do you mean you don't know what to do? You just got a homie.
I can't go anywhere.
Take him back to the cab and start making some waffles. I feel like I'd want to attempt at least one pet, though. This is a gold-plated, full auto 1911. Of course, confiscated during a drug bust. At first, I read that as this thing was from 1911. That would have been pretty cool. I feel like anytime you make one of these, you're just kind of asking to get it confiscated. Why don't you invest in, like, security efforts to keep you safe? Finally, it is Spider-Girl. Oh my, she is still going. Whoa! Oh, don't tell me she won't do that flip upside down. Man, put this girl in Manhattan. Help lower the crime rates. Now all she needs is Tony Stark to stop by and give her the web shooters. Or just for reals, put her in gymnastics or something. Two bears misbehaving. Now come on, guys. Who's gonna break it up? We need a human come in there and just, hey, bros, hey. Dang, this one is like, got him latched on. Oh, damn! That takedown, that's 2 points. Let's see if he gets back up, recovers one. I don't even know if this one's gonna go to decision, though. He's close to getting the knockout. That's not fair. This guy's not even the same weight class. I got the camera guy starts freaking out as the bears start running at him. Nope. Shooting a bus crash scene for a movie. Honestly, I don't know what movie this is. I'm thinking like John Wick 5 or whatever they're at now. But respect for actually doing it. Thank you. I know CG would have been way easier, but I love this. So this is just a bus crash, but what they did is they like geared it up to this trash can. I wonder if the color's gonna help key it out, or was it supposed to be like attached to the trash can for the movie? The trash, truck. And there it is, John Wick 3. This is how they shot the motorcycle scene. That is really impressive. I mean, I can understand, like, when it comes to this sort of thing, you can't really do this for reals, so it's fine that you're using, like, a lot of green screen. This is just amazing that someone came up with this concept. Look at all the people dressed in green. Also, the camera's attached to the ceiling. Gotta have the wind in Keanu's hair. Beautiful. These ants attacking a wasp nest. And I guess ants can defy the laws of gravity and just physics. So they've created a chain link between other ants. Why would they do it like that? Why would you not just... I guess they had to flex on the wasps. Y'all think you were cool? Look at this shit. Gonna make an ant rope. Are they just going in and like taking out the wasps one by one? Ants really are like the Soviet Union of the animal kingdom. Like just stronger together. An astonishing photo of a mountain gorilla seconds before he punches the photographer. I guess he was intoxicated and he thought the photographer was actually a rival. No, to be honest, I've actually made that whole thing up. This is actually the last thing your character sees in Smash right before Donkey Kong fucks you up. And big thanks, the September patrons. Max, Cooper, Majestic Unicorn, I Love Marks, Drewsasussybakachangemymind, Thick Girl, Braxton Girlfriend, Drew's Argentinian Grandpa, BringBackPolandball, AryanAfterHours, Alfonso M6, Barnsky W, Dalton D, Send Nic, LuxembourgLover, McBlorf, Mind Brothers 999X2, Papi Druwu, Patrick C, Elijah Senpai, and Stormtrooper 501. Thank you.